Mr. Prasada Rao, a confident, articulate and multifaceted retired Joint Commissioner of Income Tax who is well respected by the electorate in his native and beyond, being heard and making a difference by rendering his services for upbringing the poor and weaker sections in the society. These are the reasons for his social justice, making a tangible difference in the community by resolving people's problems without the discretion of caste, color, creed, religion, gender, and place of birth, as a social impact leader. His passion for social justice, making a tangible difference in the community by resolving people's problems without the discretion of caste, color, creed, religion, gender, and place of birth, as a social impact leader. It's a great pleasure to have Mr. Prasada Rao Daggumalla, Chairman of Radhey Constructions India Pvt. Limited, with us today. Welcome, sir.
Good to be here, Deepali.
Right, sir. So, sir, in today's discussion, we would like to know more about you being a social impact leader, about your construction company, which is a renowned and known name in real estate, as well as your future plans.
Yeah.
So, can I start the questions?
Yeah.
Right, sir. So, being a chairman of a reputed real estate company, what role do you believe real estate can play in a more sustainable and equitable growth?
Yeah. Initially, I'll just give you the historical background in brief.
Yes,
so, Radhey Constructions India Pvt. Limited is a private company, family concern, and Mr. Radhey is managing director of the company, and my daughter is one of the directors. And we have started constructing the houses, independent houses and also apartments. And so far we have handed over one project and other are on hand. So it's all about, normally in real estate we term it in terms of SFTs, how many lakh SFTs. So we have constructed about 25 lakhs SFT and another 25 lakh is on hand.
That's really good.
Yeah.
So this all happened after you joined the company? Or?
No, my son was doing all this and I have joined him in 2019 after resigning from my service as Joint Commissioner of Income Tax.
Okay.
It was Indian Revenue Service.
Right. So you bring with you a rich experience which I'm sure is motivated and brought in a lot of confidence in your team.
Yeah. So Radhey looks after technical as well as designs, architecture and all core work he looks after. I look after finance and accounts of the company.
Right. So, sir, based on your expertise and experience as a social impact leader and being a former IRS officer, can you describe a specific challenge you faced while you were at work and how did you overcome that?
Yeah, this is the real estate company, construction company is a different kind of business. So, we have every opportunity to impact the society. We build houses, particularly targeting middle class and below, and very few above middle class, so that we contribute for the housing of most of the middle class people.
Okay, but why so, sir? Why are you so focused on middle class? Because that way your revenue model might...
Yeah, revenue model is good, but we want to impact the society. You know, out of 145 crores, I think 50% or more than 50% people are not having housing here.
Right.
We just wanted to facilitate them with the housing, and maybe after 20-25 years, so our contribution should be counted a lot in India.
Seriously, you'll be giving everybody their dream home.
Yeah.
Right. What areas of social cause are you more passionate about, be it environment, education, healthcare, and what motivates you so much to give back to the society?
Yeah, you rightly said, all three we are taking care, all three, education, healthcare and environment. We are interested. We have been doing that. So, I have been doing service to the society for the last 2.5 decades since I joined my service. But now we want to make it big. That is why I am getting into politics. And so serve at large, society at large we want to serve now. So, education wise, whenever it is not organizational yet, not yet organizational, but whenever I visit my villages, my friends' sons and all that, so wherever I find problem, dropouts and all that, we try to revive their education. And wherever I find unemployment, people qualified and roaming around without employment, we bring them to the cities like Hyderabad, We train them in English for about 6 months, all that expenditure we take, and put them into some company with the smaller salaries, and that after that we will leave it to them. And for instance, one example I'll tell you, we have brought one of my friend's son. I have trained him for 6 months and put him into an institution for 7,000 rupees in 2010. Now, you can imagine he's drawing about 3.5 lakhs per month now. So that kind of people so many are there. Manufacturing industries and pharma industry, all that we have put people, they are surviving. And healthcare, wherever we find people are seriously ill, wherever we find some kind of health issues recurring, so we try to help them out financially, we try to help them, guide them to approach the hospitals and all that. So environmental, anyway, government doesn't allow us to go without environmental take care. We need to take permissions and all that. But we don't encourage any kind anti-environmental activities.
Okay. So this you're doing at your individual level or at an organization level, which you said you are not. Then is it possible to, there's so many needs and so many requirements. So what is your vision? How will you help everybody as a social impact leader?
Yeah. And before this, I just wanted to complete that. This kind of service we draw inspiration from Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, who was saying, his cardinal principle was pay back to society once we reach a certain level. We have adapted that, and when we reach that, we try to pay back to society in these kind of areas.
Based on your experience and expertise as a social impact leader and being an ex-IRS officer, can you please tell us any specific challenge you faced during your journey and how you overcame it?
Is it in my bureaucratic life or out of bureaucratic life?
Both, in your journey to become a social impact leader.
Bureaucratic life, we were given targets and we kept on working for the government and the targets were fulfilled. Right. The whole budget, income tax contributes 35 to 40% of the revenue. So whatever targets are given, we have achieved and we are given to the government. Now in a business, it is a land-based business. Wherever you go, you will find legal issues and we try to solve them, and that is called due diligence. We do that. And wherever there is a financial problems, we approach public sector banks and financial institutions. We get the support, and the target which given to the people, the commitment which given to the people with quality and the time limits, we hand over the projects.
Right. So it's very inspiring to hear that you are a social impact leader and you're making a difference in the society. But don't you feel it becoming very challenging when you're doing it solely on your own and you're not getting any support of anybody? So how do you see the future for this?
Yeah, so far we are doing it individually. And we thought it would reach to the society at large when we get into the government. So, larger things can happen in government. Right. That is why I am contesting in Chittoor. If I am get elected, then I will be there in the parliament and I will try to influence the policies to get these people benefited.
That's nice. And so if I ask you in your journey as a social impact leader, how do you measure your success or the things which you've conducted or done for the society? How do you know they have reached the desired goal? Yeah.
Normally there won't measure like thing. We only get by public opinion. So whenever I go to villages, some 100 to 200 people come to meet me. Okay. So normal people don't get. So people come to know that we are doing all this social service and helping people. So they come and speak as a courtesy. It's the only measure of our satisfaction.
Right. So, sir, how do you account for that? Like when people approach you and they come and meet you, so you're not able to help everybody out. So how do you filter that?
The other people do not have the problems. Okay. It is like, the Cold War situation, I think, in the world. So nobody fights. So they feel that we have a weapon, but we may use it when it is necessary. That is called deterrent. Right. So it is like this in the society. So they feel that hope is created. Everybody won't come to the help for every small problem. But when there is a serious problem, somebody is there to look after me. That kind of deterrent is created. That kind of hope is created. That is the word.
That's very nice, sir. So moving on to the next question. So what in your view should be the qualities of a social impact leader to attain this kind of social work which you are doing?
Yeah, for a social impactor, you need to have financial strength first. Okay. And to have the financial strength and net worths, you need to do the business good business. And if you want to do the good business, you have to stick to the rules. If it is constructions, construction rules. If it is manufacturing, manufacturing rules. Once you are financially strong, then you can think of helping people, taking up the societal problems and all that.
Okay. So, sir, going ahead, how much time are you going to be giving it to your business and how much time are you going to be giving it to your social work?
Yeah, as I told you earlier, my son is going to look after the business. He is fully capable. I'll be an advisory person there. And most of the time I'll spend on the problems of the constituency, for which I am coming to the politics.
That's very nice, sir. So now, sir, we would have some questions related to your real estate business.
Yeah.
What emerging trends do you see in the real estate industry in the next 10 years?
Yeah. Construction technology has changed now. Earlier we used to build the buildings with bricks and mortar. Now technology is totally changed, and we have firms like JLL, international firms like JLL, who are consultants to the companies. We are applying the world technology in building the buildings now, and the quality. And you know the main problem of the building is seepage, either in the apartments or in the independent houses. We are trying to sort out that problem with all the technology, with all the modern material available now. Other problems, normally they are intentional. If your intention is good, there won't be any problem in construction, except in the seepage problem that we are addressing now.
But what are the challenges you feel that the real estate would be facing in terms of government policies or environmental issues?
Yeah. So real estate, particularly construction business, is now under unorganized sector, where no government is providing assistance, no public sector bank is coming forward to give the loans and support with finance. That is why we are now depending on the NBFCs, non-banking financial institutions. So what we are asking the government, since we are contributing to the society, in turn to the state, in turn to the country, when the major part of housing we are handling, we want government to recognize this as a industry, so that whatever industry is getting facilities like finance and loans and all, and whatever incentives they are getting, that should be applied to this industry also.
Okay. But I think, sir, because of so many defaults happening, the sentiments are a little poor, and that is also impacting your business. So how do you plan to revive those sentiments?
This is where the government should interfere. So while granting the permissions, you should be able to see the intention of the builder. You should be able to see the strength of the building, and you should be able to see the education of the builder.
Right.
The permissions are being given to the illiterate builders. Then what will happen?
If we talk about your construction company, how do you rank it? Do you rank it like 1, 2, 3, and how is it different from competitors?
Yeah, we are one of the top 5 now. So we are small people, we are top 5, and people are coming to us because of our commitment to the construction and the quality of the construction. What we promise, we deliver. And our cardinal principles are due diligence and financial strict discipline. So these are the cardinal principles. On that we are working. That is where we could create hope on the people, trust on the people. And you can imagine a person buying 5 crore house with me from a bureaucrat when retired. So you can imagine the importance we have created. And Radhey is the main lead, where he showed he has created the trust in the minds of the people, and it is going like that. When competitors are also doing, we are leading the competitors.
That's nice, sir. So if I talk about your vision of your company, the mission of your company, the value, the ethics, how would you sum it all?
Yeah, as far as ethics is concerned, we stick to rules and we look after our employees. I think we have some 100, 120 engineers and 1,000 people of labor and all that.
Okay.
3, 4 consultants, architects, engineers, structural engineers. Likewise, so many people are depending on that.
Okay.
And our outflow is almost 1,000 crore for 2 years.
Very nice.
So we have to look after that. And mostly we will stick to the rules and pay taxes and all that. GST, we are major contributors in our area every month. And income taxes also we are paying very well. And individually and company wise, we pay more taxes to the government. Because since I came from the tax department, we don't default anywhere.
Very nice. So what is the vision of your company?
We want to sustain this till at least Radhey gets 60 years. Now, by that time, it should be a big company, and we should be able to provide housing to the people who are in need of the people, not the luxury segment. People who really need the houses, people who really, suffering for housing. So, food and food, cloth, housing is very important to the person. So, we took up the another part of housing. But I think he is running 32, 33. Another 28 years, he should concentrate and see the 60 years, he should provide housing to the people.
Could you tell us something about the green initiative taken by your company?
Yeah, our company's, all the projects are IGBS certified, and each project is full of greenery. And if you see from the helicopter, you will see more trees than the houses. So that is the advantage of this company. People like greenery and come to the company.
How cost effective is it investing in your project?
It's not cost effective, but we reduce our profits and get into the business. So we work as a cost of the construction for SFT, and as it is a strict rules, and we work on ground, then we determine the profit at a marginal level and then fix the price so that it will not be exorbitant prices.
So as an investor, if I'm looking to invest in your company, I want my dream home to come true. So what is your unique selling proposition?
If you want to have a house, this is the best project. And if you want to invest for appreciation, that is a different question of this one. If you want to invest, we will give very good returns on different projects. But it is good, you should have a house in our projects. That's a good quality houses are there.
Okay. Taking care of all basic amenities, which these days you have everything within the complex.
Design is wonderful. Design is wonderful.
So, sir, it was really a pleasure talking to you. And if I may ask you, what is your life mantra? What is your leadership quote, if you'd like to share with us?
Yeah. See, I want to become part of the policy in this country. And economic policies, anything that is deserving people, so I want to become the part of the policy. And as we see, for the last decade, the administration is going on high level. And for example, I'll tell two examples. One is Viksit Bharat. Second is Atmanirbhar. Atmanirbhar, maybe South India, we don't understand this word. But if you convert into English, it is a self-reliance, non-dependence. So when you say it is self-reliance and non-dependent, how? How we are making? I'll tell you best example of defense. Defense, we are becoming self-reliant in supplying arms making. And there is a import cancellation of 3,500 items from import, so that they will be manufactured in India and become self-reliant. And more than 1,500 manufacturing units are come and supplying to the DRDL, HAL, who are making missiles, air-to-air missile, land-to-air missile, land-to-sea missile. So this is how we are become self-reliant. Right. And you see, you can see the difference. When China war happened in 1961, we were not reaching our borders. We were not able to reach our borders. Right. You see now, we have a station now in Ladakh, which is a defense station. Right. And which flights can reach, war flights can reach in few minutes. Maybe 20 minutes they will reach there and there to contain the aggression. And we have made inroads into borders where our war tanks can go, already placed there. And other settlements are there. Defense people have been shifted there so that we can contain the aggression of China. That is why very recently we have been seeing people are coming, trying to do that, and they see our posts on the border. People are not able to touch us.
Right.
So these kind of things are there. All this I want to participate in policy making.
Very nice.
Development of this country.
So, sir, if you like to sum up, you as a chairman of Radhey Construction and you entering into politics and you being a social impact leader, how would you sum up everything together?
Yeah, as a political leader, I want to participate in policy making which benefits marginal sections. As a businessman, I want to see this sustainable business till another 2 decades or 3 decades. As an influencer, I'll increase my service society at large and maybe 2-3 states or 4-5 states at large.
Right, sir. It was a pleasure talking to you and we wish you all the best in this journey.
Thank you very much.
Sir.
Thanks
Thank
for
you.
all.
Thank you.